Oh, okay, looks like I'm live. Hi, this is Ann from ducttapeanddenim.com. And when you come in, will you just make a comment so I can tell if it's on or not? Today I'm just going to share with you some of my favorite products, my favorite supplies and tools. And I'm pretty sure most of these I used last week in my videos, if you saw those. If not, I can send you links to those. When I did my boho finish, let me show you what that looks like. This is what I made last week on the video on Facebook Live. Oh, hey Kim, thanks for making a comment so I know somebody can see me. Because sometimes, I don't know, I can't tell. So yeah, when you come in, just say hi and introduce yourself and where you're from. So this is what I made on the video last week. I'm calling it a boho finish because it's got a bunch of different colors and stuff. And the other thing that I used, or that I made, is this. And I'm still working on it. I haven't finished. I haven't put anything in the door yet to replace the glass because it has some ugly fake stained glass in there. But this is the other thing that I made last week. So welcome to my very messy studio. Actually, this is probably a little cleaner than usual, so sorry. All right, first product that's one of my favorites is Rub and Buff. Have you ever used Rub and Buff? Type in a comment if you have and let me know what color. This one is antique gold, but I wanted to show you what happened. I have had this tube for 3 years because I bought it on Amazon, and I went back and looked to see when I bought it, and it's been 3 years. And look how much I still have left. So you don't use very much of this at all when you do your projects. And it's great when you do thrift store projects. You just put a little bit on your finger, rub it on the metal, and it changes it to whatever color. Let me give you another close-up of this. I'll just pull the drawer out so you can see. See that drawer? The gold on the handle is the Rub and Buff. And like I told you in the video last week, Rub and Buff, the name is also the instructions to how to use it. You rub it on with your finger and then you buff it off with a cloth. But I've had this for 3 years, and see, this is the cap that came on it, and it broke. It just cracked, and I can't put it back on now. So I wanted you to know, if that happens to you, don't panic, because see how it is right now? It's just dry and crusted over. So whenever I use it now, I just kind of scrape off the top and I squeeze it and it comes out. So it's kind of like makes its own top every time I finish using it. I'm probably wasting a little more than I should that way, but it's better than throwing the whole tube away, right? So let me know if you've used Rub and Buff and how you liked it, okay? Anybody here? I see it looks like there's 14 people here now. I can't really, I think that's right. All right, that's the first one. And make sure you type the word live in the comments if you want to get notification next time. Now, another thing that I used when I made this, and I didn't show you how to do it that day, is this piece right here. I made this piece with paper clay, and I just painted it. I stuck it on this piece of wood with wood glue, and I painted it when I painted everything else. So the way that I made that is, these are also one of my favorite supplies. I call this a tool. It's a mold. It's from Iron Orchid. It's very flexible, and you can use it for a lot of different things. They have a whole bunch of them, different styles. You can even use it to make chocolate. Don't use it for chocolate and crafts, though. So that, I've been using mine for paper clay. Now I'm going to show you. I keep my paper clay. I opened this last week, and it's air dry, so you don't have to bake it or anything, but you just have to make real sure that once you open it, you seal it back up in a baggie or something, because it will dry out. I want to peel off a piece. So it's kind of like Play-Doh. See that? Except if you look real close, and I don't know if you can tell on this video, you can see the fibers of the paper in there. And then you just play with it like Play-Doh. And I happen to love Play-Doh. I never outgrew Play-Doh. So you just mold it. And you take your mold and you stick it in there. I didn't even mean to show you how to do this, but it's so easy. You just stick it in the mold. It works much better when you're doing it on a flat surface. Like that. And because it's so flexible, you can just peel it right out like that. Alright, now see, I didn't even try to make that very even, because I would have like scraped off the top, and you can just trim off the extra pieces. But see, isn't that pretty? And then you glue it on to wood with wood glue and paint it just like you normally would paint anything else. Have y'all ever used those molds or paper clay? It's really easy. And this is paper clay is also in my Amazon shop. There. You can get to my Amazon shop, ducttapeanddenim.com/Amazon. I'm going to try doing something different, because before, when I've showed you products, I had put links to them, to each individual product, and instead of doing that, I just put them all in my Amazon shop, so you can just go to one place and see all the products at one time if you want to. If not, you know, just watch or don't watch. These I use all the time, so you can buy them individually if you want from a local paint store or Walmart or any of those other hardware stores or anything, but I use a lot of them, so I buy them bulk. I bought some medium and some fine. And let me show you what mine looks like, because after you use it for a little while, this one's kind of permanently turquoise, because I've sanded so many turquoise things with this one that it's kind of turquoise. So I have different ones. Like when I'm sanding something turquoise, I use this sanding sponge, and when I'm sanding something green, I use this one, because if you use this on something else, it's going to leave a little blue tint. So that's just a hint for you when you're sanding. And that's how I got that finish on there. See how I painted it green, and then I went back and sanded it, distressed it really hard with the sanding blocks. So that's how I got that. And then you can see around the edge how it's really dark right in there. I used the next product, Glazing Medium, and I mixed it with a little bit of black paint. And you can use any kind of black paint. I think I used a chalk paint, but you can use acrylic or whatever you have, and mix a little bit of Glazing Medium in it, and it keeps it from drying out so fast. And so I painted the black glazing mix all over the whole thing, and then wiped it off with a cloth, and I left it in the little low spots. And you can put as much or as little as you want on there. And did I also... Yeah, I did the glazing on this too, and I used brown. So you can tell, like in the corners here, that's brown instead of black. That's with the Glazing Medium, and I'm pretty sure I used burnt umber, because I use burnt umber a lot for the aging to make it look older. All right, one more thing, and then I can show you some of the new things that I bought this week that I haven't even opened yet. This is my favorite paintbrush. The brand is Purdy. You can't even see the brand anymore because it's got so much paint on it. Or maybe you can in there. I'm not saying the... Now, my grandmother used to say things were Purdy because we were from Texas. And so this is a Purdy brush. Not a pretty brush, but Purdy is the brand name. And what I like about it is the angle here. So it makes it really easy to paint the smaller areas, because most of what I do is jewelry cabinets and jewelry boxes. So see, it's just the right size for that. I like the angle, and I like the size. You just need, like, if you're doing small things, a 1 inch or 1.5 inch. You don't need a big old brush for that. This is not the cheapest brush you can get. So if you're just starting out, just go buy a cheap brush. But I will tell you, when you start painting, the bristles will sometimes fall out. And this isn't expensive. This is probably like $7 or $8. But I've also had this one for, I bet I've had it for 3 years, probably more, and used it a lot, as you can tell. All right, that's all the products that I used last week, but let me show you what I got in the mail today. A paint scraper. I'm going to do some paint finishes with a paint scraper next week. And I couldn't find the paint scraper I already had. We've done a lot of painting projects just around the house, and I don't know what happened to my paint scraper. But then I got this really fun kit. So if you watched my boho finish, you saw me painting with a little plastic spatula. Well, I got some real artist spatulas now, because painting a boho finish will make you feel like you're an artist. And I think if I use real artist tools, maybe I'm going to feel even more like an artist. We'll see. So I may jump on later this week, maybe Thursday, and show you how the painting's going. I think I'm going to try the boho finish in green instead of turquoise. What do y'all think? Do you have any other colors that you'd like to see? This one is basically blue with a bunch of different colors added to it. And I'm thinking about doing a base of, see, the base is blue. I'm thinking about doing a base of green and then the boho finish over that. So we'll see. All right, well, thanks for joining us. And like I said, if you want to be notified next time I do a live video, just type live in the comments and go visit my Amazon shop if you want to see any of those products and see how much they cost, or where you can, I mean, you can get them at your local stores too, but that just will show you all the products in one place. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see y'all later. Bye.